Alrighty, we have the seniors of the men's soccer team here at Franciscan University. Juan is here with me. How you doing, Juan?
Fabulous, thanks.
Alrighty, so we've got the seniors here from left to right. Why don't you guys just introduce yourselves really quick, if that makes sense for everybody.
My name is Tommy Sweet.
My name is John Schreiner.
I am Joe St. George.
I'm Ryan Miller.
Josh Atkinson.
Anthony Felix.
Michael Burton.
Well, it's great to see you guys here. I'm familiar with a lot of your faces. It's great to watch you guys on the broadcast, especially this year, being down in Nashville myself. But Juan's been able to be here to see you guys in person a lot. Excited to see how the season's been going so far. You guys have been crushing it. We're coming up on an opponent, Teal, here tomorrow at the time of this recording. Any preparations you guys have been taking specifically against Teal? I know they have 11 different players that have all scored goals. So I guess if you guys have looked into any of those stats, I mean, you want to walk me through maybe what you guys are doing to prep for this team?
Not everyone all at once.
We haven't really focused on Teal just yet. I think that'll be today. We'll do some film and some work on them, but we've been really focusing on ourselves, improving parts of our game that need some tweaking. We've been playing better and better, but I think there was just some things we need to work on. But in terms of Teal, haven't done any film or anything just quite yet. But I'm sure we'll get into that tonight.
I will say before practice, Coach has us watch film. So we saw some Teal film already, and they look like a good defensive side. I do know they have a few guys who are goal scorers, like you said, Kenny. They have a guy who I think has been Player of the Week, Pack Player of the Week, Offensive Player of the Week, I think twice now, maybe more. So you got a good squad.
Yeah, and looking at their goals against record isn't the best in the pack. So we're obviously like a good goal scoring team. So biggest thing is just going to be focus on getting a shutout against them, and that's kind of what we've been preparing this week for, and kind of focusing on at the moment.
Defensively, you guys have only let one PAC team score on you guys. Have you guys been doing anything differently? I know Coach has been stressing a lot on shutouts. But yeah, like Kenny said, they have 11 guys that have scored on their team. Are you guys going to do anything differently to prepare for Teal's offensive side tomorrow?
Well, I would say we haven't exactly done the scouting report as how we're going to defend them yet, but definitely like our focus this year has been mostly on defense and how we can stop teams from scoring, because we know that's just a really important part of a team that wants to do really well and to win a championship is you have to be good at defense, number one. And so that's what we've been focusing on this year. And I'm sure things will be no different with Teal tomorrow. I think the biggest thing for us tomorrow is that we can't afford to overlook them just because they might not have the best record or they might have given up a lot of goals. Every game is tough and we're gonna have to bring our best to be able to play well. And so that's the most important thing for us tomorrow.
Yeah, and one thing I want to say about that is there's nothing special, I would say, that we've done this year in the sense that we've had the same team agreements for the past 4 years. So there's no new special formula that we're doing this year. Is everyone's just kind of hyper-focusing on those team agreements, and we're just making the right decisions in the right scenarios and not making the mistakes that we're making last year. So that's been a huge, huge aid for us to get one goal against us in the pack.
I think that's great. I think the common denominator here between all of you guys is you're all seniors. You all have been here for, I believe, 4 years. I don't think anybody's been a transfer or anything. So you've been here with the program for 4 years. I guess my question for you guys here is, how is being a senior on this team? In terms of, I know the only thing I kind of remember from the team is that you guys are the ones cleaning up after the team and spending a lot of time, like I said, picking up the bus. Jack's at one point in an interview with them, he was talking about how you guys kept the bus spotless, which is great, and being a first class team. So I mean, walk me through how being a senior on this team is and how I guess it's enjoyable.
I think like my mentality for it, one of the biggest things is that someone has to do it. We're not the kind of guys to like put it on like the first years and make them do all the work. Like we're all men. We carry our weight. We do our job. It's good preparing us for like the rest of our life too, to be able to do that, to have that kind of mindset. But I think like the big thing is we're setting the tone for all the first years too. Like there was a lot of great guys who came before us that I watched for 4 years. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. So just setting the tone for years to come and helping this program thrive, doing whatever you can.
Yeah, I just agree with that. I think that it's a privilege to be able to be a senior on this team and really lead the other guys in those types of ways. And I think that the external look of the things we do just reflects the internal camaraderie and mindset of our team, which is to be first class, to play like it, and to act like it.
Yeah, I think similar to what Tommy said, I think all of us, when we were freshmen and sophomores, we had really great leaders to look up to, of a class of guys who were just great team leaders in every aspect. And I think, especially this year, we have all taken on the role of kind of becoming what they used to be for us when we were freshmen and sophomore. And so I think that's been a really cool thing for me to be a part of this year, because it just kind of feels like a completion, if you will. Like we came in and we were like the ones that needed to be led by the older guys, and now I feel like we're the guys doing that for the first years, and I think that's really cool, and certainly a very special part of being on a team like this.
Yeah, I think a little bit to Ryan's point. Our first 2 seasons we had really great leadership, and last year I remember Coach talked a lot about like who's going to step up and make this their team. And we were juniors; we weren't really used to being in that leadership role, and so you saw how last year played out, and I think this year us collectively as seniors kind of saw that and listened to what Coach was saying, and like really made a conscious decision to say that like we're going to make this our team, we're going to be the leaders, and we're all going to get everyone moving in the same direction. So
I kind of have to agree with everybody else's points so far, but like John said, it's a privilege to be a leader on the team. And I mean, it starts with, doing the things that maybe not a lot of people want to do, like carrying the waters, putting the jerseys away at the end of practice. And I remember when I was a first year and I was looking up to the older guys, I wanted to be like them. And then when they left, we kind of had to fill that role. And now we're going to be the leaders for the first years. And after we go, they're going to want to fill our shoes too. And so I hope that they can grow to be leaders, and then other players follow their example after that. But like Coach said, Coach always says it's the seniors are supposed to be an extension of the coaching staff. So it's we're all supposed to be players that other players can look up to.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing all that. That was very touching from all of you. Just want to go over some stats. Just from your guys, this is stats from just your senior class, and how you guys have helped this program grow. So you guys are 4 wins away from being the class with the most wins in history. You guys had the highest winning percentage of any class in history. You guys are 1 shutout away and 2 away from having more shutouts than any class in history. And you guys are 8 goals away from scoring more goals than any other class in history. And you guys are currently have the largest goal differential of any class in history. So that being said, thank you. And do any of you guys have any comments about that?
Yeah, I think for myself, like when I was coming in here and I was just like looking back at the success that the team had before I got here, I think like all the stats that you just said, and like I feel like we've had a pretty good amount of success, and hopefully we can have more success the rest of the season. And I think just overall, it just like it's gotten like all those things I just would not have thought were possible. Like when I first got here, I wouldn't have thought we would have been able to achieve all of those things and play an NCAA tournament. Hopefully, we will make it again this year. And I think like those were things that were just kind of lofty goals for like the team we got here, and now it's kind of like more of like the standard. So I think that's a really impressive thing that we as a class have been able to like live through like the change in the standard here, and I think that's just a really cool thing in general.
I think also, like, first of all, it's a testament to, to coach for coming in and implementing all these changes and bringing us to a PAC championship, to multiple, bring us to the NCAA tournament. But even more so than that, it's a testament to like all these guys here, just like the mentality that they've had through the 4 years that we've been here. It's been what's made it possible. Yeah, just all great guys.
I think it's also worth mentioning that it's been really, really helpful what like the university has done for us as a program. I remember visiting in high school, and that was when the men's soccer team was still playing on grass. And my freshman year was the first year that the turf had been built, and that was being played on, and that was huge. And then this beautiful locker room that wasn't here our freshman year. And I just think that the support that the university has given us has really, really helped to push this team forward and make us a better team every year. And we're really appreciative of that.
Yeah, and hopefully all those things are beaten by the next class, and so on and so on. And that's really like, I think that's all of our mindset and all of our goal. And I think that's maybe a difference in past. Unsure about that mindset, but like I think that's a big thing, a part of our program as well now, that we want success in the future. Like we don't want to be the golden generation. Like we want to be forgotten in a sense, and we want success in the future as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's amazing, guys. Thank you for all that information. And, definitely a lot has changed since your freshman year. First years, I mean, like John said, you're like coming in first year on actual turf. It's the first year. Everybody was kind of getting used to it. Again, so a lot has changed. I guess my last question for you guys here would be, you guys have run through the whole program. You guys have been here since the beginning of Coach Ridenhour's time here. And so my question to you is maybe what's some words you want to pass along to people who are maybe interested in either transferring or want to become first years at Franciscan, maybe some advice, for this next generation of players?
Yeah, we have been here through kind of the whole season of Coach Ridenhour's place here at Franciscan. And one thing I do want to say for anyone that is looking to come here or looking to transfer here is if you want soccer to be a priority in your life, then Franciscan is definitely a good spot for that, as well as we have a place for the religious aspect and the brotherhood and so on and so forth. But we all just take a real responsibility in making soccer a huge priority in our life. And that has led to all the success that you were talking about earlier with all those stats, is when everyone, the coaching staff, the players, the managers, the school is putting in so much work into a program, then it's going to be successful. So I think that's been huge.
Yeah, and definitely have been blessed to have Coach Brent with us all 4 years, and the amount of time and money that he's put into our success and into us as men definitely means a lot. And kind of to go off what Josh said about the religious aspect, I think that if I were to give credit to anything about how our success in those numbers that you asked in that last question, I think that's where I would give that we are all here united in one faith, and we play for Jesus, and that's who we found our success in. And yeah.
Yeah. Also, for anyone who wants to come here, yeah, it's soccer is definitely a priority for us here. We always say it's God, school, soccer. But those are still three very, very important things. Everything else comes after that. But I think one thing worth mentioning is it's a very religious university, and we go out there every day, and we don't play for ourselves. We don't play for our glory. Every day we go out there and we play with the gifts that God gave us to glorify Him, and use those talents as a testament to His glory. And I think that's a big reason that we've been so successful these past few years, is because that's been a priority for all these guys, is that we don't go out there and play for ourselves. We go out there and play for each other's glory and for God's glory, first and foremost.
Cool. And one last question, putting you guys on the spot here, but what are some of your favorite memories of being a Baron?
I'll just go real quick because I just talked a lot. But I'd say fun court soccer in Austria, 5v5 soccer every day. Pretty much every day we were out there, we were playing, and it was a blast. So.
Probably the best memory that I have is the 2022 PAC championship with all those guys that earlier were mentioned as huge role models to us. And it was really just so special to be able to be a part of that, not just in general, but for them, who we knew it meant so much to them. And that was really special.
I was gonna say the same thing, but I'll add. I got to play with my brother Chris, so winning that championship alongside my brother Chris when he was the left back. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would pick winning the championship when we were sophomores. Also, when we were freshmen, we were co-regular season champions, so that was really cool as well. And again, with what Joey said, me and my brother Nick played here, and so winning that with him was very special. But I think there's so many other memories that we're probably just not remembering right now, littler things that have happened, and so I'll lift those up too.
It's tough down here because I took all the good ones, because those are also all of my favorite memories. But I will say one thing that I do love about being here is just I'm lucky enough to live with Tommy and Ryan. So just every day in the height, just the lifestyle that we have is just it's awesome. And it's sad knowing that's going to come to an end soon and that no longer will be able to do that forever. But it is just every single day, I feel like there's so many memories, and it's just such a good time. And even in the locker room, the spirits are just so high here, and it's just awesome.
Yeah, I'd definitely say winning the PAC championship with all my friends, but also I think one of my other favorite memories, and this has been the same for the past 4 years, is preseason. I love preseason. It's so much fun. You come to school and you don't have to worry about anything except playing soccer and hanging out with your best friends, and it's the best time ever.
I mean, 2022 PAC championship was pretty nice. One of the funniest memories I have from soccer is freshman year when I was recording one of the games. I didn't know that the camera I was recording with recorded audio too. And I didn't figure it out until we all sat down in the locker room and we all looked at all the film. And all my commentary and everything I was saying was recorded on the camera. That was pretty funny.
That's pretty awesome. Well, thank you guys for the time today. I know you guys are busy prepping for these games and getting ready to win us another PAC championship. So again, appreciate your time and go win us some games, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, boys.
Thanks, guys.